Yeah, I thought spirited day. I thought it was a cleaner day. I was pleased. Some of the operational penalties offensively we limited, which was good to see. I thought there were some good bounce back snaps defensively. It was a little more kind of inch by inch today, but there were a couple of good explosive moments for the offense. Looks like a team that's still coming together, obviously, and we're glad that we have a long way to go. But I do think we had fun today out there competing, and um, I'm excited to continue to stack and to take this team where we think it can go. And so I told the guys afterwards, we're the only ones that can put limitations on what we can accomplish, and we need to take a great focus into the last week of spring here, heading into the spring game, to finish out the right way and to set a course for a great summer. So happy to answer any questions.
We'll start with Teresa.
Clark, at this point with a week left, your quarterback situation, what are you seeing from your guys, and who may be with a week left? Who are you seeing kind of take the reins, or trying to anyway at this point?
I think they've all had moments, and so we're not gonna name a starter coming out of spring. We're not even, I don't think, close to that. Honestly, we're gonna take, summer will be an opportunity maybe to continue to kind of work on and sort the order. I think as we get into training camp, we do have to be intentional about repetitions, and so part of this is going to be a process of elimination. But it's just there's no reason for us right now. I've got a true freshman that is learning how to play in college. We all see the tools and the skills, and we believe in that. And I need to give him as much time as possible to learn the system and to really be able to compete. And we're gonna do that. Obviously, I think Blaze Berlowitz has shown up in live segments and has proven he can move the offense and proven he can make plays, and strengthen the performance of the other 10 on the field. He's got experience in the system. He's looked really good. Jack Elliott has had moments too. I think he's been super consistent. I've got a lot of trust in Jack. Again, he's a guy that's put a lot of time in the process. And Whit Muschamp also. Whit had the flu kind of early in spring, and he's just getting back. I thought today he had some good moments and threw a deep ball that didn't connect, but he looked really good. So they've all proven that they can do it. I think with Jared, it's giving him time and resources so he can be at his best, and we don't have to have a starter until we're playing Austin Peay. And ideally, again, I'd like to have it before then because you do want to build some chemistry, and I think that's important. But we are not in a situation right now where we can know the starter in spring or know the starter in the summer. And so let's embrace that as the reality, and let's give it the time it needs to be as competitive as it can be. And ultimately, the mission's winning, and whoever's taking those snaps early in the season will have to continue to earn it. But they're going to be the ones that are best positioned us to win.
We'll go back to Charles.
Coach, another group of focus this spring has been the offensive line with some new faces and a couple, returners. But one in particular, Keegan Wexler. What have you seen from him? Noticed him out there today getting a lot of work, moving around. What have you seen from him this spring?
Well, Keegan is tough and dependable, and he's been, he's heading into his fourth year with us, so he's been in the program, kind of understands the identity of our program. I know Coach K trusts him a lot. Very smart, great in the meeting room, and he's really developed himself into a really solid player too. So I think we've been working a little bit on snap location the last maybe few practices. Been a little inconsistent that way, and obviously that becomes a huge part in facilitating performance for the quarterback. But he's twitchy, he's strong, he's dependable. Those are good traits for a center. So we're glad he's with us, and again, another guy that just when I put my head on the pillow at night, I know Keegan Wexler's on the mission, and he's doing the thing he needs to do to be ready when the team needs him.
Up in the front to Graham.
Coach, you mentioned the defense, how you liked how they responded today. Just, I guess, what exactly did you like about it, I guess, in terms of their improvement week over week this spring?
Well, I don't know what our stop rate was last week, but the points per possession and down series success for the offense was really strong. I thought today we actually had them off schedule and kept them off schedule and got to some situations where we would punt. Last week, I don't think there was a time in the game where we would have, or in the scrimmage where we would have punted the ball, which is not good. So it just seemed like we were a little more intentional on second down, and then we're able to get pressure on the quarterback today too. I thought, even though I don't love to see it, I mean, we impacted the quarterback more today in the pocket, and so that's a positive thing defensively as well. Had the one interception, and that's been a point of focus for us too. So just a higher stop rate today, more forced punts, and I thought kind of, even on drives that extended, we'll have to look at some of the explosive touchdowns, and just address those. But I felt like really forcing the offense to go inch by inch today was a good thing for them.
Tom.
Coach, one more week of spring practice. What do you want to see in this next week?
Well, I mean, Tuesday, we're kind of in a rhythm now. So, Tuesday we're going to focus on, perimeter work and being physical on the perimeter, and some of the base down stuff. We'll probably get in some third down. So just we're going to refine some of the work that we've already done. We won't add a lot situationally just because of the number of new players. We just want them playing to an identity. We'll work on the situational stuff as we get into summer and into training camp. But I've been really impressed with our team. I think we've sustained effort and energy throughout spring. I thought Thursday was one of my favorite practices we've had all spring, and that was practice 11. So I've got a lot of trust in this group, to show up when the ball's down and to play. We have to clean up and refine the way we play. So let's sustain the energy this week. Let's learn a little bit more about some of the situations we've been working. Let's be a little cleaner in our execution. Thursday will be a walkthrough this week, and then obviously Saturday a chance to share some time with our fans, and the goal coming out of the spring game is always just to be healthy. So excited for the finish. I think they've earned kind of this week. They've been intentional in their work, and let's finish out what we started.
Last question, Teresa.
Clark, you're AFCA president, and obviously you've been busy, but it sounds like the Division I committee is going to talk this next week about the NCAA proposal to play 5 years, starting the clock either high school graduation or when you turn 19. Have you had a chance to dive into that, and is that something that could bring some clarity to eligibility and what you all are dealing with as coaches, or do you see some pitfalls potentially?
First of all, I really appreciate the question, and I think, Teresa, just what you're paying attention to and understanding kind of my role in that, it means a lot that that you would ask about it. To be fair to the question, I haven't had a lot of time to really dive into that. We'll have a number of meetings coming up, whether that's Football Oversight Committee or AFCA, as we get into the end of April, where we're going to be hashing through a lot of this. And it just so happened, kind of the arc of my career, and even our program getting traction has lined up with these critical decisions and moments for our game. It is heavy, and there's a lot there. I'm honored to be a part of the process to try to find solutions, and I'm excited to discuss these things, specifically solutions for the eligibility issue. Obviously, we're addressing kind of how we create boundaries around transfer portal and NIL and what that needs to look like, just so the game maintains its identity as the game that we all know and love. And obviously there's more beyond that, but to be able to be involved in this moment means a lot to me. Obviously my focus has been on my team for the last 5 weeks, so I'll come out of this week, I'll be kind of debriefed on where we are, and then we'll head into some meetings here, and be really purposeful about kind of the direction we set coming out of that, be it at the football oversight level or the FCA level.